think you'll probably have to move the camera because you see how the edge of Jay every day.
Oh, well, we could get this shit rolling.
It's true.
They showed half of me.
He back every day. Every day is back. Every day is back. I like the Cubs hat too, B. Gotta be in there fresh.
Yeah, no OG joint.
Yeah. All the OG hats just hit though.
That's what I'm gonna get for him. No, I ain't finna get no white. Just get I'm gonna get the white one. The thing about the white shits, it'd be so hard to keep clean.
No, I don't get those. You know how hard I be sweating. I would never get one of those, but they should be through in one day.
Yeah, you gotta line the inside of it, so
yeah.
But
all the OGs. Like I want a Toronto Blue Jays too though. That originals LA Dodgers, that Royal Blue too.
Original, the A's, Oakland A's,
Cardinals, Red, Cincinnati Reds, Chicago White Sox.
Absolutely.
Classic.
Absolutely.
That's one of them ones that no matter what.
You can be anywhere like they rock the White Sox, right?
That White Sox and the Raiders. If you can find the original Raiders, that's one of them ones too.
Yankees, of course.
Oh, Yankees. Tims and Yankees. That's all day. Tims and Yankees. Them go together like peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
That's all day, every day.
What y'all think about niggas who wear Uggs? Like,
That's some new shit.
I mean,
It depends on how old you are. In mine.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think you should ever wear that shit. As a man, like,
That's what I'm saying. It depends on your age. To me, in my
like my son wouldn't be wearing that. So
what if he bought his own Uggs?
How you gonna do that?
But I'm saying though, if he get older, he had him a little job, and he say I want some Uggs, and he buy his own Uggs.
Then he questionable. I mean,
I don't think that's questionable.
I do.
I don't think that's
I do. You know what I'm saying? That's me. You know what I'm saying? I think that's questionable. We out here wearing Uggs. That shit was sold to women at first, and then niggas wanted, and then like men start wearing the Ugg boots, and then they say, you know what, we can create something for you too. Like,
nah. That's why I say it's a younger generation thing. I don't think it's like this. That's why I say
it's questionable.
Hey. I don't think it's questionable.
I do. I personally do. And then couple that with a nigga with a nose ring. Then y'all niggas be like,
see, now you're going you going all the way.
That's the same nigga though. That's the same nigga. I guarantee you, the same nigga is walking around with a nose ring.
Uggs and a nose ring.
Yeah, I bet you.
Hey, every day. And they say we agree on that. You see that? And they say we agree on everything every day.
Hey, man, we ain't got to. It's just questionable. So, y'all niggas better not. Just know that y'all niggas better not show up with no Uggs on. So I'm be like,
I'm coming in with some Uggs next week.
Hey.
I'm coming in with some Uggs next week. No, I'm not. I'm pushing 40. I'm not doing it. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not doing it.
Zoom the camera. Hey, zoom the camera.
You know him?
He's wearing Uggs.
No, I'm not doing that. It's too long. I'm too old for that.
Ma got Uggs, and then he gonna have a nose ring. He died too.
No.
That shit gonna
No, I'm not doing that.
You know what I'm saying? You see how he popping a little bit? You know what I'm saying?
I think it is questionable because I can't see Uggs and not think woman.
Yeah, because they were for women. Like at first they were for women. And then men thought they could get on board. Like, nigga, go put on some Timbs.
And they grabbed the women Uggs too. They ain't like they switched them over and got some.
Bro.
They went and got some size, because women's size is bigger than our size, right? So they went and got these motherfucking 15, 16-inch Uggs because they wear 12 because you had to get a 15 or a 16 in women's.
I seen this big white nigga the other day.
This big white.
I'm just saying, this nigga had.
He said this big white.
He was 6'4" with Uggs on, bro, and it was like sweating. Like this was literally Friday. Like he was sweat. Bro, it's 90 degrees outside. Why do you got Uggs on? So you
Uggs with shorts on? Like
no, he had he was just
leggings. Leggings on?
He had jeans on, but still.
Yeah, leggings on. It's called jeggings.
Yeah, jeans on, man.
Yeah, jeggings on.
Look, it was a strange outfit that he had on. White dude,
I'm surprised you ain't throw it in the group chat.
I was, but I don't know. I just caught him on the snap. So.
Oh, you just caught him on the snap?
Yeah.
I guess so.
That's so you said.
And he looked questionable, you know what I'm saying?
He looked questionable?
Yeah, the nigga 6'4", he standing up on there,
So he was EJ?
He wasn't quite EJ.
He wasn't EJ?
He wasn't EJ, but he was gay. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what EJ is. That nigga's different.
EJ's different.
Yeah. LeBron be letting his son hang with him. That's great.
Oh, I seen that.
Seen what?
That picture with. Oh, okay. I don't know anything about it. I just saw. I didn't know EJ was. Somebody said. I didn't know EJ was that tall.
Yeah.
EJ like 6'8".
Then I saw.
EJ same height as his daddy.
He's supposed to be dunking balls, not dunking.
Oh.
Yeah, what?
Hey, that's why I miss my dog, baby. I know. I miss my dog.
I'm man a lot of edits and shit to do.
Hey, I miss my dog, man.
I'm giving him a lot of edits and shit.
I miss my dog.
You know what, man? You know, my man been doing me all wrong. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna give him something. Next time, if you gonna do me, you gotta cuss and you gotta do all that other wild shit I be doing.
That's a fact.
You feel me?
I told you he was gonna get on your ass. Did I say that?
You like I ain't have my terminal. I was gonna put the terminal on, and I'm saying, "Hey, welcome to another episode of the KNoWKi podcast." It's your man Stasis. That's what I was gonna do. I was gonna wrap my shit up and put.
That's it, man. You told you he was coming. You knew this was coming. You don't try to act it all.
Give him some work and some edits.
Some work and some edits.
Yeah, I've been watching it. I'm like, he ain't hardly editing. Like, it ain't nothing to edit in this shit. Let me give you some work.
Give him some work.
Right, he take the video down and put it back up. Like, come on, man. I'm finna give
I
you
had
some work.
I had some edits to it.
But I'm finna give you something.
I gave you a little bit, but Jerry, they come to you the wild shit.
Yeah.
They give you the shit that YouTube like. I don't know about that one.
Our last video, guys.
Nowhere, you know what I mean? You feel me?
Hey, what? Hey, my dog is back. We been missing you, dog. 2 weeks.
Hey, man.
Missing you.
Man. Ain't no telling where I'm gonna be at. Well, shit, next week we not gonna be here, so.
Oh no, we not.
Oh yeah, next week.
Yeah,
True.
Yeah, we on some 120
It's the
degree weather.
summertime, though. You know, it's the summer. Like you
In the heart of the summer too.
Right.
We're in the heart of the summer too.
I mean, me, I be having birthdays and all types of stuff going on in the summer.
That's a true fact.
Yeah, man. I didn't even realize that. I'm sitting here thinking about it.
Like,
JJ, what's going on? What's going on? And she said, welcome back. See, as soon as the first thing she say,
hey y'all.
She said, hey,
but she said, welcome back.
That mean welcome back to another episode of the KNoWKi on the Go pod. Oh, KNoWKi on the Go. KNoWKi podcast. What's up, JJ?
Oh, she wasn't fucking with me. She only fucking with y'all.
That's what I'm saying. Like he was.
She was fucking with you. She wasn't fucking with me though.
I don't know. Hey, JJ.
Hey, JJ.
Whew. Bro.
What's up?
I sprayed some 1 million.
Which one?
I have to pull up a picture, bro.
That shit's strong too.
Man.
And it lasts all day.
Man.
You probably got the one with the you got the clear bottle or the brown bottle?
Brown bottle.
Yeah, you got the different one, the one that I use. I got the clear bottle with the gold top and shit. I used to have that.
JJ said y'all seem a bit confused.
What you mean we seem confused?
I guess that's them too.
Typo.
Oh no. I thought you were saying welcome back to J Every Day, because the last time you were in the chat, you said where my friend at. I'm just saying. So you saying welcome back? I thought it was aimed at him. That's all. But
hey, Jelani.
But no, though that stuff is. I could see myself buying a lot more of that in the future. Not a lot more, but consistently buying that.
Oh, that's the one you can put in your rotation on a regular.
Yes.
That's like one of your everyday wears or something like that.
Maybe not every day, because I wouldn't, unless I absolutely need to, wouldn't spray it to go to work.
Okay.
But it's definitely like going out rotation.
Okay.
Or if I just want to smell it, I definitely.
Yeah.
Man, hell no, man. You gotta go out with us and start smelling some shit, man. You ain't even gonna be on the Macy's counter no more. I'm serious. That's long, man.
No comment. Nigga had me about to spend about 4. No comment. No comment. I have no comment.
I'm scared, man.
I'm not saying that you got it bad, but at least smell it.
Yeah,
and then when you go back, when they try to, because you're going to Macy's and shit, or whatever.
They be trying to hunt you down.
They trying to, putting everything in your nose. Everything pretty much smells good.
Right.
Right.
True.
But what's going to be unique to you? right? Think of the Paco Rabanne, right? It could be Invictus or 1 Million, whichever one you like.
Yeah.
How many other niggas is wearing this? So what's unique to you, right? What's going to, like, if you go anywhere, you go out to the club or you go out, you know, doing what you do, Bible study, prayer meeting, you know what I mean?
Deacon board meeting.
Bar mitzvah. Like, what's going to keep you from smelling like everybody else? And I know that cologne and fragrances work, you know, differently on different people, but in general, it has a similar smell.
Yeah.
So when you go out and you just kind of really search and stuff for something that's specific for you that actually fits your personality. Now, your personality may be, you know, and there's something that's at Macy's. That may be your personality.
Yeah.
But once you expand and you go elsewhere and you just kind of smell other things, your nose and your palate's like eating different things. It expands. And then you'd be like, you know what, I think I like the smell of that. Or whatever.
Yeah.
So then by the time you go back to Macy's, you're just there for clothes. Like, they can miss you with the fragrances.
All I left for is the polos.
Yeah.
And I ordered them offline to come pick it up in the store. And watches.
So yeah, one day, you know what I'm saying, we get out there, boom, just smell a few things. You be like, man, okay.
I got one for you, boy. That motherfucking Creed. Now, I ain't talking about Aventus. They got way more than Aventus.
Mm-hmm.
You know which one I'm talking about. I ain't gonna put my thing out there for Creed. They don't sponsor us, so just the Creed.
Y'all can, man. Y'all can send some free bottles.
That's a fact. That's a straight fact. We'll be fighting over that shit.
Bond number 9.
Hey, boy, hell yeah, bond number 9. For sure, bond number 9. The Dubai do whatever. Dubai, the Dubai one. What? Hey, bring that here.
The Dubai do whatever.
Yeah, they know what I'm talking about. Motherfucker know what you know what I'm talking about, right?
That bitch was $600.
Yeah. Hey, bring that over here. Every day, everybody ain't wearing that. You ain't got no $600.
That smell good. Like,
who?
I said, ooh, that smell good. I looked up. Okay, I'm not. Man, I'm gonna go ahead and chill on that.
No, not them. You know, them come straight up. I'm talking about the ones that don't come up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's like some underground.
Everybody got that one, the one right here, that one down there. No, I'm not talking about that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about
even then, so even then, even though a lot of people may have it, how many people is willing to spend that?
Not me.
Right. So that would separate everybody else, and then, you know, so this person would come in really smelling unique versus everybody else. Now, I'm not saying you have to go spend that amount of money.
$495.
No, I mean, shit. It's luxury and everything, though, right?
Yeah.
Right? Isn't this a luxury computer?
I guess you could say so.
Right. So, I mean, otherwise you could be with an Acer or something. Like,
I got a deal.
Well, but an Acer, I think, is kind of on the lower end. You can use guns. You could be shooting a high point. I mean, I'm just saying. This is what I'm saying. There's levels to everything.
Bro,
so it's what's in, I don't know, the Marshalls or on the rack stores, and then there's things on the high end, and that's with everything in life.
And look, you spend your money on what you really want. Mm-hmm. I'm not trying to hear it. Like, everybody has their vices. Like, Jerry Day got cologne, so he will go above and beyond to spend money on cologne. You have what? You have your watches. You have
watches. Okay, I was thinking like, what is my vice?
So you will go above and beyond for that.
He got a whole bunch of that.
Yeah, he'll go above and beyond for that. I like hats. I like cologne too. I like guns. So I will go above and beyond for that. Now, I don't probably have all the same thing everybody, like a lot of people drink and smoke weed. I don't spend my money on that. So I have more money to spend on cologne and guns.
Right.
So that's just how I look at those type of things.
People like extravagant weed. Like,
I'm cool on that.
Me too. I don't know.
Super pass. What? Welcome to another episode of the KNoWKi podcast. It's your man Spaces.
This your boy Maul.
It's your boy Spaces. It's Jay every day.
What's going on, guys? Man?
What's going on, man?
Man, I'm gonna have to give you two of them next time we back on there. I gotta do you again, man. You gave me sponsor. I gotta get you flavor.
You been gone 2 weeks, man. What's been up with you?
Oh man, birthdays, anniversaries, all types of stuff, man. So you just be having to, get it out the way. Spend a lot of money. So yeah, Cubs game last week.
How was that?
It was good, man. It was a nice crowd. It was the Cubs game, good ambiance.
Cubs game always good.
$16 beers, $7 hot dogs, stuff like that.
Was it as boring as when we were in Milwaukee?
You know what? I think the Cubs crowd is a little different, right? So Cubs people is there for the turn up. Milwaukee people are, because you get people from all over to come to a Cubs game.
Okay.
I wouldn't say, but you know, with it being like 95% white up in there, I mean, they were doing their thing. It was just me and my son.
Oh,
So,
okay.
you know, But I think it was a little bit more lively.
Mm-hmm.
But it also depends on who you're playing. We were playing the Red Sox, so Red Sox is a popular team. And
So
true.
everybody come because them historical franchises too.
Yeah.
So Boston and Cubs. So you get people that come from all over that don't even live in Boston or Chicago to come to those games because it's a lot of people like all over the earth. Like you might have somebody that stay in LA that's a Boston fan or a Cubs fan too as well. Them some of the like historical franchises. So you might have that.
What about you, Ma? What's been up?
Man, I'm good, man. I just be thanking God, man. Like people get tired of me saying that, you know, we all go through everything, but I just thank God I'm here. That's all.
Man, I went to this restaurant in Oak Brook Mall yesterday.
oh, what's going?
Antico, I don't know how to pronounce it. Posto.
Oh yeah,
Pasto?
Yeah.
Man,
Italian joint.
yes, everything about that was great.
That's the one when you go up around the little culture.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
I always wanted to go there.
Man, it was great. It was great.
I forget because you got Maggiano's and shit. Like
Right, yeah, and
forget.
you know, I was in that area this week, and I was just walking through the mall like, it's a lot of stuff to you know really experience in here.
That's mall to me in Illinois, hands down.
Oak Brook.
Oak Brook. Sean, I mean Woodfield's fine.
That's the first one I
think
thought
it's
about.
Sometimes, especially in the summertime, like you know that's really the difference. But it's like it gets to, I don't know, shit just kind of spread out everywhere. Like you know, it's just.
See, Woodfield to me is like, there has to be, as big as it is, there has to be 3 and 4 of the same store under different names in that mall. Mm-hmm. So it's like it's kind of like overkill to me. Mm-hmm. Oak Brook is an all around decent balance of everything.
Oak Brook code.
Yeah, because you have
the women code. You know what I'm saying? Don't act like it ain't no code women. You know what I'm saying? Like you gonna look, it is what it is. The women's in there is cold. The stores is nice, higher end.
I was just gonna say that you got the higher end stuff, you got the medium stuff, and you got the lower end stuff. It's like it's got like everything that you kind of need.
You catch a good breeze coming through there. I mean, yeah, it's outdoors, but there's other outdoor malls that I feel like isn't as fly as Oak Brook.
No,
they got
you come up out of Oak Brook with a fly fit, fly shoes,
good restaurants,
fly long, and you get something to eat real good too.
Good restaurants, and then again,
bless you.
And the consolation prize to me is Yorktown not being too far. You know what I mean? It's like, okay,
if we ain't found it here, we can go to Yorktown and get it real quick.
Yeah.
It's, 7 minutes away. Like Yorktown is a close mall.
Yeah.
So I feel like Oak Brook, and then you got the constellation prize of Yorktown.
I kind of be looking at like them the same. They like they same thing, but they was like, we can't put no more here, so we're gonna put a little bit down the street.
Yeah, down the street.
Yeah, because it ain't really like they don't really have the same stores.
It's lit. No, they don't.
So I think it's an extension of
that's
the
so
Oak
true.
Mall.
Yeah.
I really do think that.
Because all that kind of run together. Once you get down there 22nd Street, all of it to Butterfield, it runs all together.
Yeah.
Like it's just so.
It's like, we can steal no more of their real estate, so we can steal this real estate down here and build the rest of our mall. We want.
That's true. I didn't realize, because I was thinking in Yorktown they have a Rogers and Hollins.
They got one in yeah.
They do have a Rogers and Hollins?
Oh no, you're right. In Oak Brook they don't.
Yeah, Oak Brook they don't. Wow.
I just think it's really an extension of that mall.
And
if you don't find what you want, like, okay, go.
I was gonna say it might be more of a. So Yorktown is more of the higher end stores, right? Mm-hmm. And then Yorktown is more the middle tier or lower end.
Yeah.
Like you got a Home Goods.
JCPenney's there too.
JCPenney. Like you don't want all that over there with the big anchor stores, the Lord and Taylor's at the time, Macy's,
Saks Fifth and all that.
Right. So they put that down. Only thing now they do have the Von Maur. I feel like Von Maur is on par with your Nordstrom's and stuff like Von Maur is a fly ass store.
Yeah. Don't Oak Brook got a Saks Fifth?
No.
That's all it's kind of missing though. If you get a Saks Fifth, it's over with.
Yeah, but
that'd be kind of overkill too, almost too.
I think so.
But it'd be cold.
It had to compete with it.
Yes, I mean it takes some money from the other stores. Yeah.
Yeah, it had to compete.
But if they put the Saks Fifths in York though.
Yeah, now they're pulling clientele from back and forth.
From yeah.
But that's still kind of cool though, because the JCPenney's closed, right? Did it close over there?
Where?
It closed.
Yorktown?
Yorktown. Did it close?
I don't know.
I thought I could have sworn that he was
It
going on.
probably did, man. I don't be going
Put the
on
little
that side.
if you put the Saks Fifth right there.
Yeah, that definitely will work. I just don't.
That should be cold. I'm not gonna lie. That should be nice.
That would work, I guess. But I think you would need more kind of anchors, something else around there. You just don't want to have one fly ass store. You know what I mean? You're going to have like little fly stores next to it. You know what I mean? The little fly.
Like his cousins and
something that kind of goes with it. Yeah. Like, because you're going to have like, all right, Oak Brook has like the Chanel store.
Yeah.
Chanel boutique. Yeah. Then they have like a Cartier boutique. You know what I mean? You're going to have some other draws that's going to get people over there. And I think that's the deal. Like, you just can't have Saks Fifth. You might be able to have off Saks Fifth.
Yeah.
Like, the Nordstrom Rack.
Or go to
I
Last
can
Chance.
see that.
Last
I can
Chance
see
is
that.
Saks Fifth.
Yeah, Last Chance. Oh, Last Chance is Nordstrom.
Yeah, but but I'm telling you, you get the premise. What I'm talking
Oh, yeah.
Get the whatever the Last Chance is of Saks Fifth.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that. That's so true.
What?
Nordstrom.
Nordstrom what?
Nordstrom is a Last Chance Saks Fifth.
Nordstrom is the Last Chance Saks Fifth.
Whatever Saks Fifth don't sell, they give it to Nordstrom.
I thought Nordstrom was pretty
Oh, man.
I don't think that.
So look, no. It's Nordstrom's, and then they got Nordstrom Rack, and then before they get rid of everything, they ship it over to Yorktown, and it's a place called Last Chance.
Oh, I thought you. I was way off.
Boy, he finna not get us our sponsorship. We over here talking about all these stores.
Nordstrom's was like, man, we finna get them
This sponsor, 25% off code.
He said we a bootleg Saks Fifth.
I'm like, no, that's not
Oh,
it.
my bad, Nordstrom. My bad.
Check.
Last Chance. Okay.
Cut it.
Speaking of, you mentioned earlier luxury computer, luxury whatever, cologne, cars, whatever. I don't know if y'all heard about this. Maybe y'all did because it's an old thing. There was an experiment played on people that were supposedly like gurus in the fashion industry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about shoes.
Yeah.
Payless shoes.
Yeah. It was a store called Palessi.
Yeah.
But everything in the store, they had all the big name people in fashion, whoever they are, because I never know who these people are. They just always pop out of nowhere to me.
Yeah.
But they had these people and they buy the shoes for like $400, $500, whatever. And then they'll have them explain the shoe and what makes it so special. Mm-hmm. And then after the transaction was over, later on in the conversation, they reveal to these gurus that those are Payless shoes and they were really $30. $20.
But that's how all this stuff is. You only really paying for the name because, like, bro, back in the day when we was in high school, and Jay every day know what I'm doing, probably about what I'm saying because I say this all the time. You cannot tell me that your first choice of shoes would have been some Balenciagas, would have been any of them big, sleek Transformer shoes. You cannot tell me that. You can't sit up here and say that those was hot back in the day when we was coming up because they was not. You would have never bought those shoes. So stop it. And people are, oh, what about those? Man, those shits is ugly and big as fuck.
Hey, man. Hey.
What?
That's the generation, man.
And it is. You is right. It is the generational thing. But I'm just saying, back in the day, and then you have a lot of people my age buying that shit and go out spending $1,500 on these big ass sneaks. No, you wouldn't spend them back like that. It's just because somebody else said they was hot. Now you think they're hot too.
I'm not buying no kids, no $1,500 sneakers. I just said I wasn't buying no Uggs, so I know I'm not buying no $1,500 sneakers.
Man.
And
them is sneakers too, not gym shoes. Them is sneakers.
I feel like for the transform into a robot.
Bro, I never forget the first time I seen some Balenciagas in real life.
Some of them shits is fly, man, but a lot of this shit is over the top and gaudy.
And it's so I say that to say, like, I think again, like Maul said, you're paying for a name, but a lot of what we call luxury, a lot of times it's an illusion. It's like it's not really luxury. Like the quality is better than a lesser name. I'll give you that. A lot of times, for instance, this computer, absolute to me is more. overall the overall operating system and the way things works smoothly would be better than if I had a Windows computer of any other brand. But is it really worth, like, are there other options that are, how do I say, comparable in overall efficiency?
I think you don't just pay for the name, you pay what's behind the name too, though. And I say that, what I mean by that is you paying for, like say for instance a brand want to come and team up or partner up with us. We're gonna get that brand because the machine it has behind it. And I think that's what Apple is. Apple has a machine behind it, so that's what you're really kind of paying for too.
What you think?
You get what I'm saying?
Oh, no,
yeah,
I'm
I get you.
I'm with you. I do feel like sometimes luxury brands do offer just better quality things, though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why they are the price that they are.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not obligated to buy it. Nobody's obligated to buy anything. So, it's up to you. A lot of this stuff I do think that people are buying, though, is really knockoff shit. They're not buying $1,500 shoes all the time. You don't have 10 pair of $1,500 shoes. You're buying knockoff shit for $150. So you might have 10 pair of those. One pair of real ones or whatever. But you're not buying 10. No. I mean, especially if you're a non-celebrity and you work at Walmart. So, yeah, you get what you pay for.
I'm with you on that. You get what you pay for. I'm with you on that all day.
You do. You definitely do. It's like steel toe boots, right? Or some type of composite toe. I've had the same composite toe boots for about 6 years. I mean, I don't wear them every day or whatever, but I wear them. They have not messed up. You get you a pair from Walmart, okay? Them bitches last 2 weeks, 3 weeks. You can feel the metal in them. You know what I mean? You can feel the sole, the insole. You can feel it's like you're walking on the ground. So it's definitely levels to it. I think it's also about being able to return things, right? So sometimes you have a way better return policy with a better name. Say, for instance, Nike. Something I didn't see shit people return with Nike, and they'll go ahead and give you your money back. It look like you've been wore a few times. Like, now you try that with, I don't know, some Pele shoe or something like that.
You're not going, once you, like a car, when you go across the goddamn threshold, it's only credit.
Yeah.
It's not money.
It's not money back.
Yeah, once you thumb that threshold of that store, you only getting your credit back. You're not getting whatever.
And that's how I view it, really. JJ said you get what you pay for. She said definitely TF not, that ish be fake as heck.
Right. They do. All cap. Like them niggas.
Oh yeah, for real. I never forget that episode of $1 Million Worth of Game. R.I.P. to Gilly's kid. But the episode of $1 Million Worth of Game where he had some jeweler on and he was saying
he had to cover his face because he serviced a lot of celebrities.
A lot of celebrities. Where the jeweler was saying a lot of celebrities come to me and buy fake jewelry. And then he had some examples of it, and I was listening to it. I wasn't watching, but you could hear them moving around. But he had some examples of the jewelry and said that looks exactly like this. This looks, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but on the flip side, I do agree with you, and I this is one thing that I like the most about a lot of higher end brands. There's some benefits that come with you shopping with them. Right, like for instance, you mentioned return policy. Me, I'm a points and rewards guy. If you have a points and rewards system with whatever it is, some sort of beneficial thing with me buying from you, then there's a good chance you'll retain my business. But overall I will agree though. I think the idea of luxury is a facade for the most part.
I think the idea of luxury is for people who can really afford it. It's just that people try to fake it. Like, again, when you got places that's selling fake Balenciagas, well, let's take, we can talk about cologne. That's one thing. So you got a vintage cologne by Creed, right? That's probably $450, $500. They have knockoff, well, not necessarily knockoffs, but they're not sometimes, but they're called clones of.
Like this one right here.
Yeah, like that one right there. I had a clone of it. I had a clone of Creed, but then I got some other stuff that it's a actual luxury brand, but it smells like the Aventus, right? So I think a luxury brand puts some things out there, and that's their creative mind or whatever behind it, and then you'll have people that try to copy the style because it's so they see it's drawing people in. They see it's drawing, just getting the money or whatever. So I don't see nothing wrong with luxury if you can buy it. But if you spending up all your money, or you're going to buy knockoffs, like people say, well, what's wrong with buying knockoffs? Well, if you're okay with buying knockoffs, that's cool. I'd rather not have it at all. You see, I don't want to fake like I got anything. If I got it, I got it. Right? So I wouldn't want, I wouldn't act like I got diamond chains and shit on. And, and telling everybody, oh, this woo woo. And this ain't nothing but boo boo boo. You feel me? So
yeah, I
don't
see
like
what
the
you're saying.
faking, right? So I think that's what we have a lot of in society. And that's what it is, people faking it.
Yeah,
fake booties, fake titties. It's just a bunch of fake shit.
No, I that's actually a great point, because I would rather not have it at all than have the fake version of whatever it is.
What God created is luxury, right? The luxury titties, the luxury booty. Now, once you go out and you decide that a person want to fake it, go get some fake shit, right? Which one feel better, them luxury titties? Even though they might be a size 8, I don't know, but they feel better than that's fake. That's all I'm saying there.
Yeah. I've heard testimonies of guys in particular, since we brought it, guys in particular, dealing with fake appendages, and he said it's terrible.
Yeah.
It's D Money in the chat. What's going on? JJ said, going broke to fit in. That's why it's called stay in your lane.
That's a fact right there. That's a good ball.
And then not boo boo.
Shit, man. They be out here looking crazy. What's up, D Money?
What's going on, D Money? How you feeling?
So, all well,
Oh. Hey, but since we on
my bad, all well, Stone. All well, Lord.
folks.
No, not all well, folks. Dang, that's no.
But since we on the a verge of like talking about buying luxury and buying things and all that stuff, I had a question for you fellas, because I've been holding this question for like a little while now, right? And it come on the verge of buying black owned, or buying black, or buying whatever black, right? And y'all know I was with Tidal for a long time, right? And the only reason I had because I was telling y'all about it. Only reason I had Tidal is why?
Because it was Jay-Z, right?
Yeah, Jay-Z owned it, right?
Did he own it, or did he own a lot of it?
He sold. I'm gonna continue the story.
Okay,
I tell you everything.
okay.
He owned it. So I got on board because they're like, oh, you buy black owned. You support black, you buy black and all this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, cool, you should do that. But buying black and you help them build their brand for them to sell it to some white folks, right? But and if you do that, I don't know about business, so I'm asking a general question. We're gonna have a general conversation about this because I'm not a business owner. This is the business I own right here with them. This is what we own right here. So I don't have a lot of businesses that I own, so I want to know because I'm not a business owner. I thought the thing was to buy black, build black, keep black. I thought that's what it was, right? That's what everybody be around here saying, right? Mm-hmm. So if we helping you build your business by going with you because you did say that, and the only reason I was with Tidal is because Jay-Z said it. They were saying it. That's the only reason I was with Tidal. It wasn't nothing else. It wasn't no sound. It wasn't no quality. Maybe 2 years ago, because I looked it up, I forgot about. He sold it. He sold 80% of it for like $320 million, right? So I'm still messing with Tidal, but he done sold 80% of it. So that's not really back no more, right? Does it say what I'm right? Am I right?
Jay-Z and Square formed incredible partnership for Tidal. In March 2021, Jay-Z sold 80% of Tidal for $302 million.
See? So I was with still him thinking it's black when I could have just, fuck it, I could have just been with Apple all this time. I didn't have to stay with you, and Apple was cheaper. I was paying more money to be with Tidal because it was black. Me and Stogie was talking about the same thing too. It's like, at what point do we stop all this black shit because they want us to help them build their brand? But then you go and you sell the whole thing to the white people to build it up to sell it to the white people just for, and you can do what you want to do because that's your product, but you advertising it to us to help you build it so you can sell it to the white folks. So it's like, what do we do?
I mean, I stopped looking at celebrities and stuff. I mean, they, I might buy something because it is them. But I mean, but more so, I look at it on the local level. You know, so if somebody's locally or small business or something, then that's what I'm focusing on. Boy, I'm buying black. The entertainers and stuff, they're part of the establishment. You know what I mean? They're under the white man's thumb.
Okay.
You feel me? So I don't even really look at them like that. At the end of the day, like they could Jay-Z, Dr. Dre, he sold beats, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm not even really when they talk about that black-owned business stuff, like when Jay-Z was talking about Ace of Spades and all that, or him being part owner of the Nets. Nigga, you own like 0.0000001% of the Nets. You didn't own really shit, right? That's like somebody buying some stock, right? And I bought a piece of stock. Oh, well, I'm part owner of that. Really?
I'm part owner of Nike, bro.
Okay.
I don't care what you say.
It ain't about what I say. It's how many board meetings you've been to.
I've been to a couple of them. I was online. They was online though. They had to get my vote.
All right. But
had to get my vote.
That's crazy.
I voted
man.
no on that shit.
Man, look, man. Now, if I was part owner of anything, let me tell you, I wouldn't be wearing New Balance. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I wear those too.
No, hell no. I'm rocking my brand, shorty.
I rock Nike all day.
I know, but you can't be man. Look, you rocking hell no, bro. You supposed to be Nike head down, Nike watch, fucking Nike hat.
So I don't wear a lot of Nike.
I'm not saying you don't, but not today. not today.
I don't.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, guess
you
what?
supposed to at least have that Nike hat. You get that shit stitched in up there.
Yeah, but
so you know what? You supposed to plot to it and show me like, look, boy, I got it. You know what I'm saying? Boom, inside of the hat, Nike. You supposed to be rocking something all Nike since you on the board.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm finna go get Polo too in a minute too. I'm starting to buy a lot of that shit, so I need to go buy Polo.
Yeah, but until you finna, you supposed to be wearing.
He be on the ass, boy.
You know
Boy, he be on the motherfucking ass, boy.
but no, I'm with you though. Like, fuck all. I mean, to me, forget the celebrities. You know what I mean? They pawns in the game anyway.
And it just blew me because I didn't really think about it until I was talking to my homie Daniel, and we were sitting up here talking about it because I was asking him like, "You still fuck with Taylor?" He's like, "No, bro, I've been left that shit a long time ago." And Jay-Z kind of sold that shit anyway. And then it just got me to thinking. It's like they sit up here and advertise that shit to us all the time, talking about building it up so they can sell it. So it's like, is that what? I understand that's part of business practices, but what happened to all this black talk? Like, we build up, we stay black, we buy black, we keep it all black. But then y'all go sell it just to get y'all families richer, and that's cool. I don't know about business, so you got to do what's best for you. Like everybody, like we always say, do what's best for you. But to me, it's like you advertising that shit to us to help y'all and to buy it and shit like that, and that's crazy to me. Mm-hmm. So what's your thing?
Every Day phrased it the best way that I could think. He phrased it better than the way I was thinking of it in my head. When it comes to the whole black owned theory, I try to keep it on a more local level.
I'm probably have to take that from both of y'all though. I appreciate that one for you, Every Day.
Yeah, because I've realized, like, in all the different conversations that happen and all of the different things people say that they're trying to do, it's a black owned business, and trying to use that as what virtue signaling. Mm-hmm. They try to use that to entice you to spend your money with them, when in reality I was gonna say recidivism. There's no return on investment to me in a lot of cases, right? For instance, to this very example, I know someone that was or that is a big connoisseur of Mielle Organics. It's like a hair product company. Mm-hmm. Then come to find out, Mielle Organics blew up, went crazy. Mm-hmm. Sold it. It's black owned. And then in the growing process, they were advertising it as, maybe not them necessarily, so don't come after me, but one of the selling points about Mielle Organics was that it's a black owned company.
And that's what I'm talking about. That's what they were selling with the title. It's black on this, black on that, black.
And that's what I think when I hear people try to get me and entice me into purchasing their product, and they try to use black owned, that almost turns me away.
Let me ask you this though: do you, if a black owned business, right? They see, you know, they had a steady progression in sales, so on and so forth, and then they start to level out, and then somebody came along, and they offered them something. Maybe they can take the business to another level, whoever that is, white, Indian, whatever. And they decide they could take that business to another level. Do you think that black owned business should go down with the ship and fold, or should they take the money?
Do what's best for you.
Because I would take the money.
Yeah, I'm not. Okay, I don't want to act like I'm complaining about Jay-Z's doing what's best for him and his family and his legacy, because that's what you're supposed to do. It's your family, your legacy. You can't worry about the whole black culture. But if you're promoting it like you're worried about the whole black culture, that's what gets me. And I understand this business. I understand that. I'm not a businessman. One day I will, you know, pray that I'll become a good businessman and know all about business and know how to do all that stuff. But right now I'm not. And I was whatever, I'm buying it. But you sold this stuff like this, and that's what really. And I don't want to be like I'm complaining about it, because you got, like I keep saying, you need to do what's best for you and your family and your legacy. But it's just the simple fact of you're promoting it to buy this and buy that. We need to save the black culture and we need to be the savior of this, and that's the only thing that I'm kind of on the fence about.
Yeah, I think celebrities just try to ride the wave.
Yeah, you know, and you're probably right on that.
They're just trying to capitalize and make another dollar for. It's about also who owns them.
That's true.
Right? So, I mean, they may be promoting something that's told from, you know, whatever record company or whoever above, telling them, hey, you got to promote X, Y, and Z. This is the wave right now.
Okay.
Right? Just like Target got on the wave. A company that, you know, people work for got on the wave as far as, you know, Black History Month or Juneteenth, and, you know, the LGBT movement. You know what I'm saying? Like, so everybody's just really getting on this wave. So, and that's what I felt like with celebrities. Otherwise, y'all could have been speaking out. Yeah. For a long time, you only had certain celebrities. You had Jim Brown at one time speaking out. Yeah. You know what I mean? Speaking about the culture. You had Muhammad Ali, and then after that, you had like a quiet period where wasn't nobody saying nothing
for a long time.
So for a long time, and then all of a sudden we get
everybody
into
back pro-black,
this woke movement, right? And I think a lot of it is really for them to sell their merchandise and get on board and to capitalize off the stress and struggle of black people.
There you go. That's it. Capitalization. And we live in a capitalist society, so I'm not necessarily to like what you're saying. I don't necessarily blame you for them going with making a business decision and doing what they think is best for them, their family, whatever goals that they have.
Yeah.
Again, to your point, and I cannot agree with you more. If you are a black-owned business and you're virtual signaling about your business being black-owned, you're trying to use that to entice people and sometimes even guilt people a lot of into them giving you their money, then when your business gets big, don't sell it to the people that you call your oppressors, that you call the man.
That's true. You own something.
You know what I mean? So continue what you were doing. Continue keep that same energy.
You're right.
But if you're a black-owned business, but you're just presenting your business to the public, and then your business blows up, and then you sell your business, I have no problems with it.
Yeah, and like I say, I don't have like. I was just wanting a conversation. I'm just asking questions to know. Like, it'd have been best if we probably could have had an interview with one of those business owners that did that and asked them, like, you know, ask questions. This all this is a conversation about ask questions. I'm not chastising anybody for doing what's best for them, because I'm always do what's best for me and my family no matter what. But I was just wanting to know, because it came down to me when I was thinking about that. And then it's like, Title was like, I was paying like damn near, I think for a family plan, like almost $30 a month, right? And I went to Apple.
Yeah.
Apple like 16 for the same family plan. You feel me?
So they're getting over. Another thing that a lot of times that people who promote the black-owned business, they really do. You know, because they're playing on your emotions.
Good conversation. Yes.
Yeah.
Keep going.
You know what I mean? They kind of like, it's like, let's do the restaurants. right? You go to the restaurant, black-owned restaurant, they want to charge you, you know, you come out of there.
$12 more than what the regular
Yeah,
restaurant.
you come up out of there, it's 2 people, and you'd be like, okay, I'm looking, you should have a bill of probably $50 or something like that.
If it's a medium to like medium restaurant,
Right.
$2.
But
I mean,
that's most
$2
black-owned restaurants. They medium. Like, these ain't top-tier joints.
Yeah.
Right? You know, they try to provide a little ambiance or whatever. But come on, let's be real. This shit should be, you get 3 chicken wings, a waffle, and some eggs. You know what I mean? It's like, all of a sudden, now this is $70, $80.
Good point. Because I was just gonna say, ain't no way in the world, I don't give a fuck if you was a high-end breakfast joint. Your bill should never be over fucking $50.
Yeah.
That's with drinks and everything included. The shit should be around like 30, to be honest with you. But I will go and give you 50.
It's 3 chicken wings. Like, y'all niggas ain't
But it's breakfast though. This is breakfast.
Nigga, I wouldn't care. This is dinner. 3 wings. It's not like you're balling on the wings like y'all charging like $15 a wing almost. Like, this is crazy.
And I just had someone come back from Houston, and they were saying the same thing about all the black joints people are starting not to go to because they're charging you for regular parking. It's $60 to park in the back of joints, $100 to park in the front. They was telling me everywhere they went when it was a black business, they charging you for parking. Everywhere. They say the bills, and they was talking about the locals was complaining about this too. They was like, we wanna support them, but I don't have the money to support you if I gotta come to you and my bill is minimum $100 when I can go over here to this white man and they shit like 25 to 30.
But you know what they're gonna say. If you broke, just say that.
Well, I'm broke.
You broke, just say
I'm broke
that.
then. I'm broke then.
We'll see who broke when your business closed down.
That's what I'm saying.
Because they trying to cash in as much as possible before because they know a lot of these shit's gonna go belly up.
Yeah.
Like,
Right,
a
yeah,
lot of
yeah,
these
yeah.
guys is no longer than a year, so they trying to cash in as much as possible without actually thinking about the longevity of the game.
Yeah. And look, I ain't gonna put no names out there. We're supposed to be in the vicinity of something up there later on.
Mm-hmm.
We were going to watch a fight. These motherfuckers told us we need to put 2 bottles minimum. And the bottles was $4.50 each for 5 people. We need that plus so much amount in food. And we went and Googled them, and you gotta pay $70 for parking. Who the fuck finna pay that?
Tito's was $3.85.
And my dog had Tito's the night before for $20.
$20. You get it all day. $18.99 if you buy them by 6. You know what I'm saying?
And you know that's the way they bought them.
Yeah.
And they want to charge us $4.50.
And they get a discount because they're a business.
Thank you. And you want to charge us $70 for
You
parking.
getting money hand over fist, bro. Like, you don't got to do people with clients.
And not only that though, if we did all that, guess what they told us? When we still show up, they'll tell us how much it is to get in.
And it got to be
They're gonna charge us for the fight as well. After we just spent $1,500, just they put it on one of our credit cards. Who finna pay all that? I'll stay at home.
I mean, I like a good time like everybody else, but I'm not finna do that, bro.
Me neither, no.
I go gaze at the stars for free.
Nigga, I gotta sit in my car and pop out. No, let me stop.
So real quick on the subject, I'm just specifying because I have physical evidence on it. This is CNBC.com on January 1st. Monique Rodriguez,
What?
founder and CEO of multi-million-dollar natural hair care brand Mielle Organics.
That's not a black-owned business, is it?
Watch. CEO and multi-millionaire of multi-million-dollar natural hair care brand Natural Hair, so black-owned. Mielle Organics announced she had sold her company to P&G Beauty, sending Black Twitter into a frenzy. Though Rodriguez and her husband will remain CEO and COO of the brand, some consumers are upset to see that it's no longer black-owned.
Was it ever black owned? I mean, her last
His name Rodriguez.
You know, and that's another thing though with the black-owned businesses. They you gotta. It's not about who's the face of it. It's about also who works there. I went to Chicken and Waffles over in Oak Park about a year ago. They high as hell too, by the way. I've been there before.
I stopped. I know exactly what I used to go there every year morning for my breakfast on my birthday. I stopped.
They high as hell. Like last time I was there, it was just me and my wife. We spent like something like damn near $70 on 3 wings.
A waffle and
some eggs and a little juice. You know what I'm saying? It was something crazy. But let me say is that it might be black owned, but the workers definitely aren't black. You know. And that's what I noticed. Like, who's working back in that kitchen? No disrespect to the Mexicans, but you have Mexicans working back there. You have other ethnic groups back there. Just say your shit is a multicultural. You know what I'm saying? You black owned, but we multicultural, you know, business, business or whatever, something like that. Because to use, like, you're trying to play on people's emotions when you say you're black owned.
This second paragraph says, I don't want to hear nothing about supporting black businesses because the second black companies get all the support they need from the black dollar, they hand everything over to the person with the biggest check.
That's a fact.
Said one Twitter user.
That's a fact. That's a straight fact right there. She's speaking bars right there. That's a fact.
And that's the issue, because that's why whenever I've said before, I don't know if I necessarily said this verbiage on the podcast, but it's like I'll say it this way: black culture, too much of it is for sale.
Yeah, you want to cash out.
It's too much for sale. Like, if you're building your whatever it is that you're doing on the fact that you're black, you're saying support black, support black, support black, and then you turn around and sell to white. Were you really about that, or were you just using that as a virtue signal to play on people's emotions?
I think so.
To play on people's emotions, right? So, to answer your question you asked earlier, I forget how you phrased it, but you said, like, they continue, a black-owned business has the opportunity to cash out with this white company, white person, whatever, or continue what they were doing.
And go down with the ship if it's possibly looking like it's
go down with it. I think you get what you negotiate. I think I don't see anything wrong with working with partnering with white people, right? Like, because the majority is 51%. So do you need to go from, I guess, 100% in title apparently to 80%?
You could have sold what, 49%?
49%.
That's true, but like I said, we don't know nothing about business. We're just having conversation.
Just conversation.
We want to know. We picking each other's brain to see what's going on. So if you go and say these motherfuckers don't know nothing about business, I said that 3 times already. We're just having conversations. I want to pick their brain to see what I can come to see why would they do what they did. That's the only thing. We just having conversations.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was saying that's why I think it's best to deal on the local level, because you have local business, local establishments really giving back. That's forced to give back within the community, even if it's paying taxes, right? That money circulates within the community and has to come back. That's why, you talk about like titles and things like that, those big conglomerates, like none of those things help come back, Now we just, you know what I'm saying? It's just, a pat on the back. Hey, nigga, I'm signed up to title, like, and like, I'm signed to Hulu, like,
right. So what?
That's true.
But yeah, that's my general thoughts on it. Like, if I'm going to do that, then it's going to be, if I'm going to support black, then I try to aim it towards something that is on a more local, more tangible level.
Yeah, something that you can see where the dollars is going and all that stuff.
Let me say something real quick, man, about these barbershops, man. Y'all another one out here that's price gouging. Some of y'all heard doing $100, $150 for haircuts, some crazy, ridiculous amount. Eventually, niggas gonna get to the point where they're just gonna cut their own hair or whatever, like start growing dreads, because that's ridiculous. $150 for a haircut, bro. And
you got kids, you got single mothers out there. They're not thinking about that. You got single mothers out here that's paying for their own child haircut, and if she got 3 boys, that's $300. They don't come get their haircut every 4 months. Fuck is you talking about?
Well, now that part, that's
some wall clippers.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. Now that part is they call that a business decision.
But you're gonna gouge yourself out of, like, you're gonna have to move from over here in the hood and go somewhere far where people can actually pay that, and the taxes in there. So you might even go up even higher now than that $100. You're gonna be charging like $350 if you go to Oak Park or wherever else you're going into these other neighborhoods because their taxes going to be more money.
Right, and I don't disagree with you. I think you definitely need to cover your bases in terms of being able to keep your business open, and you do have to make a profit. But there's a difference in trying to make a profit for your business and just manipulating and capitalizing, like taking advantage.
Being a barber.
That's what I'm saying. You got to pay a booth rent and that's it.
But even the booth rent, I've talked to barbers. The booth rent a lot of times is expensive. I talk to people that work in hair salons. Their booth rent a month is $2
because they're price gougers. The people that own it is price gouging them.
Right, and that's really what I'm getting at.
Everybody, it's like a being in the music industry where everybody dick each other. You know what I mean? It's just, no, I'm serious. Like, I'm gonna have you sign to this 360 deal, who signed to this 360 deal. Everybody signed to each other. You signed to a nigga that signed to a nigga that signed to another nigga. Right? That's ludicrous. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's who bar that is. But
salute to my barber. I will be there Tuesday.
Man, I'll be there Tuesday, man.
With B. Byron. Lake and Cicero. End Zone Barbershop.
333 North Cicero.
Been fucking with him since I moved back up here, 2010. Fucking with my man 13 years. He been cutting my salon hair as long as he been alive almost. I fucks with him. Tip him very well too. Every chance I get, I fucks with him heavy. Yeah, and we'll promote his barbershop any chance I get.
Like that,
hey,
man.
Boy, look, ask him. What I do, I put motherfuckers on to that barber. Motherfucker put me on, I keep trickling it down to him. Hey, go holler at B.
D Bunny said we don't believe in ourselves. That's a part of it. That's a part of it. On the side of with barbers, bro. Like for the most part, I do my own facial, whatever.
We get to that point in a minute, goddamn. I'm gonna start cutting my own. If if you go crazy, hey, I love you. I do love you. But if you start going crazy, I got two heads. I got me and my son. And that shit, boy. $200 every time I go, and we go every 2 weeks. You $400? No, I ain't gonna be able to do that one, B. It's my car note. Plus some. My car ain't that high.
Yeah, man. I don't know what the people thinking, but
that shit is ridiculous.
There's like, I don't have a whole lot of facial hair, right? I forget why I was there, but I just decided to go ahead and just have a barber because I don't have a barber do anything to my face at all.
Yeah.
Line me up, use some sort of whatever. He did his barber thing.
You got your little razor joint? Little razor?
Not even.
Oh, okay. Damn. Well, tell me you gave you a crazy price, $30 or something.
It was like $30-$40, bro.
You lying? Just to line you up?
To fix all this, because I mean it can get crazy if it's not kept.
Bro,
but
shit, this is.
Hey, man, hey, come to B. Byron, Lake and Cicero. End Zone Barbershop. What is the address, Jerry Day?
333 North Cicero.
He will hit you up.
Go past Lake, you went too far.
Yeah. Right there on your right hand. If you're going motherfucking north, it's on your right hand side.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
If you're going back south, it's on your left hand side. It's right there on the corner, right there next to a black-owned store, too. It's a braid shop right there, too. They right in the middle.
Naps and Beauty, it's been too long. Where have you been?
Naps and Beauty, what's up? How you doing? Look over that racing roof. Hey, speaking of,
remember that used to be a dance.
Hey, speaking of,
come on, y'all raise the roof.
Look, let's go ahead and segue. Speaking of,
playing on emotions.
No, not playing on emotions. Okay. Speaking on how Jerry Day said nigga shit. No, he say traditional and traditional nigga. Speaking of Jerry Day, right? When is something perceived as ghetto? Is ghetto like ghetto, ratchet, nigga shit, all this shit? When is something ghetto?
I got one for you today, right? As you guys know, I have two homes because I'm really getting money like that. So I'm out west. I'm going back to my west side home. And I'm pulling up, come around the alley. I park my car. So I'm walking up to the building, and somebody in the alley, it's a lady in the alley in their vehicle. And I see a kid. She's smoking weed in the car. And they're passing the blunt around. What is that? Is that ghetto? Is that ghetto activity? Smoking weed in the car.
I think that'll be under the nigga act.
Nigga act?
Yeah, nigga
but
act.
Nigga act.
No. In the great words of our other homie, Rob, Black Rob, right? That is nigga. That's not nigga. That's nigga with the ER.
We can have some editing today, baby.
That is that one.
Yeah, they're getting some edit. Yeah, he got to work. He didn't turn red. He didn't turn red.
That's what that one
the
is.
Fire emoji over his head.
Is I lying?
No, that's really, yeah.
That is the definition of the ER.
Yeah, that's dumb, man. It is what it is. Like, to me, I was just so mad about that. I'm like, why would you be smoking weed in front of the kid? Like, just, back in the day, I remember, parents would smoke weed, but they'd tell you go off to the room or
go outside.
Why don't you go outside the car?
Go outside.
Go play over there somewhere.
Go outside. If they smoking
I'm
weed,
just saying, even if they
outside.
smoking in the car, just as a kid, just go over there and play over there somewhere.
Yeah,
Play
let me
with
finish
your
doing my
little
thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, you could smell, what the people was doing, but damn, just to smoke it right there in front of the kids and pass the blunt, to me, that's not what's up, man. As a parent,
But
Yeah.
so
he over here crying, B.
am I?
Cause in the great, put Black Rob up there, Rob, the other homie. Everybody know what I'm talking about. Who know us? No, that's why Jerry Day started laughing so hard, cause he knew where I was going. Cause Rob will call you that in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
With the ER, not the A, ER, capital ER. For real.
No, is that only relegated to black people though?
No, but we gotta. You know what?
No.
I was thinking about that, right? As I was going up the stairs, literally what you said. Because I said, man, when I say that, it's gonna be some people that say, well, white people do that. But
No, I'm not that person.
I'm just saying, in
Yeah.
my mind, I was like, man, people gonna say, well, white people do that. But do we have to do? You know what I'm saying? We have to concern ourselves with what we're doing.
Oh my.
I'm not saying what white people doing. Like certain shit, this is what we're doing.
You got to fix your own house first.
Yeah, this is what we're doing, and well, not weird, because what y'all niggas is doing.
There you go too. That's what I'm talking about, baby.
This is what y'all niggas is doing.
Yeah.
And
it's not me. It's them.
yeah, it's not me. I'm one of the look, man. I done niggered up a little bit. I done got a little dog, but I'm almost a house nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've been in there with him. You know what I'm saying?
And you see me where I'm at.
Hey,
Where I'm at.
that's the homie. I make sure you have some water. Give him some water. Hey, here's a little extra chilling. You know what I mean?
Hey, you gotta be strong out there. You gotta get some rice so they won't tell me come out there and help you. You want some rice with some
A
cornbread.
little piece of meat.
Yeah, you gotta stay strong, so I don't have to come out there.
Yeah.
You just water this shit, cause
I start docking it up in the summertime.
Yeah, so they can put me out there with you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to stay here with him.
Yeah, I'm trying to be in his little gravy. Give him a little gravy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and make sure you get that piece of cotton right there, man.
Oh shit, man! Oh my god! Oh Lord, man, I love us. What is boy over here crying, boy?
National Beauty say some people justify that smoking cigarettes around children, not agreeing that it's okay to do though.
I don't think smoking cigarettes
And he
really around
said,
children too. Either, though.
if the kid in the car, that's a no. Absolutely not. Like, no, you're wild.
But would you want your kid to have secondhand smoke though? That shit is just as worse as first hand, right?
Well, you kind of grew up around niggas smoking.
Yeah, that's.
I'm not saying it was cool.
Yeah, it's not right though, but.
But to me, weed that has a euphoric, it takes your mind somewhere else.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you don't want your kids to be exposed to that.
Okay, so is ghetto nigga shit, hood rat shit, all that shit?
all
Is it just the behavior?
Yeah, I think
It's the behavior, yeah.
Okay, it's a behavior. Okay, y'all said. I'm glad y'all said it's a behavior. So, me and Stogie was had these two things, right? Y'all know how these brunches is turning right now, right?
Yeah, ratchet.
So that's ratchet and ghetto, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the brunches.
Yeah.
So, right, we take that same thing. What if it was at night at a restaurant that turned into a club? Is that still considered ratchet ghetto if they doing the same thing they doing at the brunches?
Well, it's a ratchet ghetto club.
But it's just turned into a restaurant. I mean, the restaurant turned after a certain time into a club. Is that still considered that, or is just the time of day, time where you at? It's a person. It's a place. It's a time and a place for everything.
Yeah. That's
If it ain't the time for that, it ain't the time. If they say, hey, no twerking and shit until 8 p.m., then no twerking and shit till 8 p.m. I went to Capitol Grill. Like me and my wife, we went to Capitol Grill. It literally, first before we even went, like the day before they called me, they said, hey, our dress code, woo.
Oh, they call and give y'all heads up.
Okay. Right? Obviously, we're not dressing like that.
Y'all come to fly. You want to fly shit all the time.
But we get there, it has a big ass sign to say thank you for not dressing. Woo. I'm like, damn, you got to tell people this shit? And I already know who it was directed to.
Yeah, but...
This is the reason why Ruth Chris has their look, because black people love Ruth Chris. And Del Frisco's, when we had the Del Frisco's, you would have black people just sit up here and ratchet it out, titties all out. Like, bro, it's not that type of establishment. We got places for that.
Yeah, but you should look at the dress code anyway. Whenever I go on open table and I make reservations, I go look at dress code and prices. I look at how many money signs there, because the more money signs you got,
the more expensive it is.
Bring the big credit card. Don't bring the little one. Bring the big
one. I'm not sure if one of y'all sent me this, but Young Jeezy, he was talking about he had a restaurant in Atlanta and nobody knew it was his. And then he went on the radio station one day and then said, hey, I own such and such. He said he came back. The bitch was like the crack house. Like, you know what I'm saying? They was in there twerking and doing all types of shit. So it's like, I don't know if we sabotage our own shit, like people go out the way to sabotage shit or sabotage nice shit or just whatever it is.
I'm telling y'all right now, we ever go buy a business, our name ain't nowhere on that shit. You ain't gonna know what's out. We gonna be in that bitch eating like we regular people. Like, damn, this a nice restaurant. We not putting our name on shit.
So is in here every day.
We was in here every day eating, but this is not our shit. But it's a pretty good restaurant. Yeah. But we're not putting our name. That's how they say. How they say you wanna say you doing something for black people. Tell them it's for somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. It's like if you really want to, right. That's what I heard. If you really want to help black people, don't let them know that you're helping them.
Don't let them
something
know
like
that. Yeah. Just give it to them, whatever. Oh, I found this.
But no, I to your point, I was, oh my goodness. That's why I had that reaction. I was having that same. Okay, first I'll start here.
Okay.
So, twerking, that's a behavior that's most specifically associated to black people.
And
right?
I'm gonna let you finish.
Yeah.
I just want to add something to that. And people get mad when you say you can't twerk. Women get mad at that, saying, "What's wrong with that? That's just dancing and all that." They actually get mad when you say that.
What's the time?
Time and a place. That's all you can really say. It's time and a place. And this. But so the reason why I asked that question, because I am that person that's like, you gotta make sure your house is clean first before you go and talk about anybody else's, right? It is a legitimate question for me though. Okay, let's just say twerking. It is a I guess we would call it a dance, right? So what if at brunch it's a bunch of white people doing that? Is it still
ghetto as hell? That shit ghetto as hell too.
It's still.
I think trailer park culture is ghetto. All that's learned, actually. They got a book. I think I sent that, not a book, but it's a documentary where the ghetto actually is. See, ghetto is really from Europe. The term ghetto is actually for Europeans. They lived in the slums in the ghetto over there.
Right.
And it was brought over here, but we all would live together in the same type of situations, right? So we learned a lot of that ghetto behavior by mixing in with them, right? So you have whatever same situation you have out in, let's say, the projects.
Yeah.
You have that same situation in the trailer parks. It's just highlighted because we live in urban areas, and that's really. But if they were to go do the same thing, yes, that's ghetto. You might word it as trailer trash or whatever, but it's still ghetto. It still falls under the same umbrella. Those are the same type of people.
Right. So it's funny that you used the word urban, because I just typed in ghetto definition in Google. It says a poor urban area occupied primarily by a minority group or groups.
Right, but then under it says historical.
The historical definition on Google, by the way, YouTube, just so y'all know, the Jewish quarter in the city. That's what the definition says.
Exactly. So that's where it comes from. But even beyond that, it became beyond just the Jewish quarter of the city. It was before that too, where you had the Irish ghettos and you had the Eastern European ghettos, and those people come they come, and then you have your ghettos, your favelas or whatever they call them down in South America and Mexico, right? Those are ghettos.
Yeah.
Right. So that same activity that happens that we see that is really spotlighted on us, like, oh, look at niggas shoot niggas.
Yeah.
It's like they do that over there. You do know that, right? Those are the poorest of the poor, you know, and that's just what it is. Like, you get a lot of that.
It's like it's a behavior, not a skin color.
Right.
It's a condition of a community, but any community, not just. Well, I think it's safe to say that the term ghetto is mostly regulated to black people, but it's the ghetto activity, ghetto behavior, ghetto areas doesn't know skin color.
Right.
Hey, boy, you breezed over that, but you know that was a bar, right?
What?
It's a behavior, not a skin color. That shit was dope.
Oh.
You breezed over that shit, but that shit was dope. That's the exact definition of it right there. It's a behavior, not a skin color.
Yeah.
Yeah, and white people or white women want to go out there and do it.
That, yeah, that shit is ghetto.
I'd be looking like,
Damn.
like mayonnaise in this. I'm over here trying
Smell
to eat
like
my steak.
mayonnaise and bologna.
Man,
But no, man, I was having a
you got mad at you
and wet dog.
Wet dog.
That's what they say.
That's
what they say.
You gotta bleep yourself now.
Oh shit.
No, that's what they say.
No, they do. I
Wet
don't.
dog. Ooh.
But I was having that conversation, right, with some people, and they got mad at me when I started talking like that.
What?
Like when I started saying basically what we're saying now, like as it stands, all of the negative stereotypes about social behavior lie with black people.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Yeah.
And then I'm basically calling that out. Like all these, granted, again, every culture, every group of people has their ghetto people, the whatever the case. All of the negative stuff lies with us. Mm-hmm. So at what point do we start calling each other out and going directly to each other and rearranging or changing our behavior so that we could do better?
Okay.
Because like we talked before back in the day, I forget what conversation it was. We talked about it was black women that were on top of the police car twerking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I actually recorded a video. I saw it on Facebook, but it was some black women driving down the hallway. It was one on top of the car, one hanging out the car twerking.
Hey, you speaking on something because Jay every day say that shit all the goddamn time. And I think your boy say that shit too, don't he? Your boy.
Anton Daniel?
Yeah. And I think I done heard this one. I heard it first come from Jay every day. Said that.
Naps and Beauty said, bring back shame.
Yeah, motherfucker need to be shy. And then that keeps people from
Actually doing that shit.
I was thinking that on the way here today. Bring back shaming.
You think about, and people, they live their lives or whatever, but back in the day, we would say women would have a child, out of wedlock or whatever. They would, especially early on, they send those kids, or they'll send her down south. And then she go down south, have the baby, come back without the baby, right? But they did that so people within the community wouldn't be talking about it. You know what I'm saying? So and vice
they want
versa.
the shame on their family.
Right, or vice versa, where it would happen down there, and then they'll send their child up north, or somebody that go up north.
Yeah.
They didn't want their shame on their family.
Just
So
like
at a certain point, black people were the most wedded people
Yeah.
in all groups.
Yeah,
They were the
yeah.
most wedded. So it wasn't. You would be shamed for doing something crazy, and that's historic. You know what I mean? That goes way back since antiquity, like since the beginning.
Yeah.
People would get shamed for doing stuff that was basically looked upon as immoral.
just like when you hoeing. If you hoeing up north, you gotta go down south to find your husband. If you hoeing down south, you gotta go up north to find your husband.
The problem
if
is,
you hoeing out east, you gotta go out west. And if you were hoeing out west, you gotta go out east. That's just how it goes.
But even back in the day, think about hoeing, right? Hoeing. Things like hoeing, they had a designated area. They had a designated house spot that you would go to. We knew those were whores
Whorehouse.
over there. That
It's
was
called
the hoe house, right?
Whorehouse.
And you knew, okay, they would say back in the day, like, oh, he went to the whole house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that was specific, tailored for that. They knew that's what that was for.
And
now everybody want to be hoes. It's just like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? And it's accepted. But
And
the
that's
hoes wasn't accepted, nor were their children.
Yeah. And that's where when you walk through the door, you had to give your $40.
Yeah. Or
You walk through the door with your $40. Or some chili?
Some shillings.
Oh, I thought you said chili. I was gonna say they wild.
The
They
kids
fucking for
hungry
chili.
too. Yeah.
They fucking for chili. They wild.
Hey man, they fucking for life.
Hey, all right. So we pretty ready to close this out. So let's end on this note. What is some ghetto behavior? What are things that we can say right now that's ghetto? That's ghetto. That's ratchet. This ratchet. That's some nigga shit. This some nigga shit. We already got some nigger shit with the smoking in the car with your goddamn kids. And we're going to title that to Black Rob. That's Rob's right there. Ain't no still that.
Specific behavior.
Yeah, so what's some let's end on that now. What's some behaviors? Is twerking a ghetto behavior?
Time and a place.
Time
I
and
think
place.
if you ask me, it's been thrown in our faces, at least my face, in terms of like not being able to scroll through my Facebook feed without seeing it.
Oh, twerking?
Yeah, like even in the club situation.
Okay, so what about...
If there is a place to do that, then it would be the club. But I'm just saying, like, it's...
We in the club, do it in front of your man, in the mirror. I don't do that out in public at the gas station. Like, ain't nobody trying to see all that, man.
Or just doing it at the gas station, you twerking on some headlights.
Because you're trying to really garner some attention, right? And you garner the wrong attention, and then it'd be like, oh well, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, and then on top of that, to that degree, right? Because I'll never forget, and this was public information. Just hilarious. She
was twerking and then they got a dunk.
She was playing a song or whatever. It was one of the songs that enticed women to start twerking like that. She jumped out of the car to twerk, almost got hit by a bus.
Took the whole dough off, did it?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. You showed me that. I remember
Yeah,
that.
like time and the place. Trying to do it at the headlight.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? The
headlights.
stoplight.
Yeah. What about loud talking about you got me fucked? You know how, go clapping the hands and all that shit?
Shout out to a girl that got arrested in Dubai.
Yeah, that's true for that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yes.
And
Yes.
and people was trying to say that they wrong. Bro, you in another country. Like we was talking about Brittany, what is it, Brittany Griner?
Brittany Griner.
You in another country. United States pay that shit. Over there, they tell you too when you go over there to Dubai, shut the fuck up. Because your ass might not come back. You might be missing. They do not play that in Dubai, period. Not at all. Not nothing.
There's a lot of cultures, you know.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times you'll hear that black men are really, American black men are some of the easiest guys to kind of get along with because it's repercussions a lot of times with us if we flare up on a black woman. You know what I mean? Yeah, you have your situations where, a black man's beating up on a black woman. But a lot of times, we kind of get, dogged out. I've seen some of the women talk to their own kids. You know what I'm saying? You bitch, woo, woo, woo. You know what I'm saying? You're punk or what? So, there's not a lot. But you go somewhere else with that same type of attitude, right? And they already told you travel over there. In the customs thing, you travel over there at your own risk.
Yeah, bro. Like, I was watching.
You can't even show PDA over there.
I was just about to say that. Like, I was watching. I gotta give a shout out, Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews, and he was talking about the lady that got detained in Dubai, and it's in there. Like, you can literally Google what it is, the rules and regulations of over there. You can't even hold hands in the airport with your significant other. It's considered disrespectful. So like, and you over there yelling. Come on, man.
I'll go in these Arab countries. You know what I'm saying? See, I can go over there. You feel me? You can't.
You can pass.
You know what I'm saying? I can go over there and there ain't gonna be no problem. But see, y'all can't go over there turning up. That's like the one little white kid. He went over to Singapore. He did some. I don't know if he spit on the ground, spit gum on the ground. They gave that motherfucker like 100 lashes. This was years ago.
For real?
Yeah, this was
Because
years ago.
I remember the story. I didn't know what his punishment was.
Yeah, one of them got 100. This another guy, he was doing something to their flag or something over there. He ended up committing suicide or something later after, they did what they did to him. Yeah, you go to these, because they figured, like, you come over here, we got us an American. We finna make an example out of you.
And that's the thing. We talk about this all the time. You can't go, like, what the And then we sit up here and we come over here in the news and be like, oh, this is a shame. This is ridicule. What you think that they think when we do stuff to certain people, what you think they think? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a shame. They should be able to do that. it's different rules in different countries. You can't go do what. Say this all the time. We can't do what the fuck we want to do. I don't give a fuck how much money you got. Everybody have to answer to somebody. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Everybody do.
Everybody, even all the way up top of a
everybody answering to somebody. Trust and believe.
I definitely agree with bringing back shit. Let's talk about guys. What's some ghetto ratchet
sagging
behavior?
Your pants.
That was my example.
I don't give a fuck who you are. Sagging your pants, having your whole ass out. Gonna send you over there to Uncle Hank. They know what I'm talking about. If you from Chicago, you know the internet person.
Hey, the Lord.
Yeah.
The Lord.
Nigga had his whole booty hole open. I'm gonna show you. He say that dude had his booty hole open.
Yeah, his booty hole in my face.
Yeah. He say, do it again. See watch what I do. Do it again. His whole booty hole was open. That shit was crazy.
Turned into a booty clapper.
But yeah, sagging your pants, some ghetto ass shit. I don't give a fuck who you are. That's some ghetto hood ass shit. Yes, it is. Hood rat. All them three I named. That's one of the. That's one of the things that fall into every category.
Yeah, I don't even see the point of sagging.
I don't either. I'm so glad I stopped like early into my I was a teenager when I stopped doing that because I just got tired of pulling my pants up.
Hey, you know what it be though? I know this crazy, but everybody that sag their pants, they should. If you sagging your pants, if a gay dude or whoever see you, should get them permission to do their thing. Do what you please.
You go, oh my God. You gonna get this one restricted too. You know our last video got restricted.
No, for real.
18 years older, yeah.
18 years
Who
old.
reported you guys, man? Y'all ain't shit. That's crazy.
It did.
What y'all do in the last video? We'll talk about
I did something.
We'll talk about it after.
Yeah.
But no, they should though. They should.
Oh, so what are some other besides sagging? I think
a lot of, like you said though, the loud talking, a lot of things,
loud talking.
You ain't got to do all that, man. Chill out, like you know what I'm saying.
Like I've been in situations again. This is a behavior thing where I had to break eye contact because that's one thing that I'm trying to practice because I learned that from men that are greater than me. That one way to establish, I guess you could say, masculinity or establish respect between two men is to make eye contact, shake hands with them, or whatever the case.
Too long could be too uncomfortable.
Right. Now here's the thing. I've been in the situation where that's what happened. Yeah. I had to break it because we were staying too long, and it wasn't like an interested kind of look. Yeah, it was yes.
What's happening?
Yes.
You give him that hug. How they said in Blackish. I think every black dude who got some type of sense always give other black men or other black people the head nod, the head nod.
Yep.
I see you, brother.
Yep.
It's me and you in here. We got to get up out of here. We in here together.
Oh, yes. The money, yes.
Or the money phone.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, that's
yes.
a good one. That's a good one.
I can't stand it. That looks so stupid.
Have you ever, I'll talk about this, but you ever see black people drive in funeral processions?
Yeah.
Funeral
processions as you're going to the cemetery.
Yeah.
These niggas is the worst. I've never every time I see other groups, they're all in line, they're perfectly in line, they make it across the light together, you know what I'm saying? Even if the light turn red. They know how to go together, right?
Yeah.
Niggas, you got niggas hanging all outside the car, you know what I mean? Drinking, stopping in front of people, not staying together. That's more ghetto shit that I've noticed. Cause, so you got a couple funeral homes off Madison. They traveled through Oak Park, and just recently, they had a shooting in Oak Park from shooting at the funeral procession, or something was going on. But they had something dealing with the funeral procession, and that's something that I noticed. Black people don't know how to stick together even during funeral processions. Bro, stay as close to the other car as possible without hitting them, and get through the intersection. People will wait, y'all doing extra shit, stopping at the light, making sure, oh no, you know what I'm saying, making sure everybody go past, but that's not your job. Your job is to stay in line and everybody stick together.
Yeah, because funeral procession takes priority.
Yeah.
Even with the red light, everybody have your flashes on, your sticker in the window, and keep going. That's legal. That's by law. Yeah,
niggas is hanging out the driving, drinking and shit. I seen these niggas had a a Jeep the other day. Like,
The doors was off?
Those was off. Drinking, smoking weed through Forest Park. I'm looking like, I'm amazed. I said, damn, this shit crazy. I said, it don't make no sense. It's like we make even things as, I think I would say special, right? I think funerals are special. But
Yeah.
something that's special as a funeral, we turn that shit out to be ratchet, decrepit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just
Degenerative
like activity. Why? You know what I mean? This person's dead. That's not a celebration of somebody's life.
Because you sure represent them in the wrong way.
Yeah. And they'll do that at their grandma's funeral. Like, bro, your grandma was 96. She was on the way up out of here anyway. You know what I'm saying? Just have some respect
Right.
to the funeral home.
And
That's my grandma. All that goddamn crying. Like, bro.
You ain't seen your grandmother in 20 years.
Right. But, you know, that's another ghetto activity.
To that degree, that you just reminded me of something I saw. It was a celebration of, I guess, a funeral, and somebody was recording a video. People come in the camera throwing up gang signs. Why?
Good afternoon, Natasha.
Good afternoon, Natasha.
Good
Let's go.
afternoon. That's another hood one. Throwing up gang signs and all that stuff. That's another hood one. Ghetto one.
So, as we close out, man, I actually kind of leave that for the mesh. Unless you got something since you've been gone.
I ain't got nothing for no mess.
Okay, all right.
I ain't got
But
nothing.
yeah, as we close out, man, let's get let's get final thoughts on this particular conversation. What you got?
It's just, what can I say? Just being polite and being mal-mannered. That's the only thing I can say. Being polite, being mal-mannered, pull up your fucking pants. And women act like women, men act like men, act like ladies and gentlemen. That's all I got.
What you got, Jay, every day?
I think, you know, along with what Maul said and probably what Space is going to say, but, you know, a lot of times we just got to bag off. We're just tense because, you know, we see another black male, and we also are victims of what the media has portrayed us to be, right? So we just be tense for no reason. We might see another black male. So sometimes you got to break that staring, like you just said. You know, sometimes I find myself, you know, like, fuck this nigga looking at me. You know what I'm saying? And you mean mugging and you really want to get, you know, but we got to, a lot of times, break that curse, that ego that we have, that pride, and, you know, just let that person have that. They might have something else going on within their day, right? Just like the situation with young man who got killed at the Maxwells. He had something else going on that day, right? And sometimes, you know, just the stare or looking at somebody too long could escalate something that really don't even, you know, it's really nothing.
You're right,
So, you know, it's best to really just be mild and be meek, and, you know, what they say, the meek will inherit the earth. So, that's that.
You know, what I think is a closing thought is, ultimately you have to get the beam out of your own eye first. You have to clean up your own house first before you worry about whatever else anybody else is doing, right? Like, what I've been seeing a lot is a lot of what I'm defining as black on black crime, right? Somebody committing a crime, a black person committed what is legally a crime against other black people. Okay, have some to, I guess you can say, race loyalty, and say, okay, this is another black person, so I won't do this. I'm going to treat my people better than I'm going to treat other people. Have some level of race loyalty, and then have some account, at least a little bit of accountability about what it is that you're doing. Now, it's not you shouldn't be sagging your pants. It's not we don't need to go down the rabbit hole of how that looks stupid and the origin of it, but sagging your pants, pull up your pants, make yourself look decent when you out in public. Like, I know somebody.
Bonnets? What about bonnets, real quick? Is that another ghetto?
That's a ghetto thing too. I'm not trying to hear it. Yes, it is.
Bonnets in public?
Yes, it is.
Okay. At the airport?
Yes, it is.
Like I went to the spa yesterday, seen some bonnets. Why? I mean, I guess like it's hot. It can be hot in the spa if you, depending on whichever room you go into. But yeah, just have some situational and personal awareness about whatever it is that you're doing, because you can't talk about whatever anybody else is doing to black people if you are a contributor to those same things.
People that's doing the same thing to other black people.
Last thing I'll say, man, is I watched this movie, man. It's on Netflix. It's called They Cloned Henry, or They Cloned
Tyrone.
They Cloned Tyrone. Jamie Foxx in it. I forget Buddy's name.
Buddy from Star Wars, and old girl from Chirac.
Old girl.
She is from
Yeah.
Chirac.
Yeah,
she was in the movie.
Yeah.
The movie play.
The guy that played, he was the king in Woman King.
Yeah.
But it ties into that episode of Black Mirror.
Yeah.
Did you see it or you heard about it?
What?
The movie, yeah.
Yeah, no, I saw it.
You saw it. So you see how it ties into the Black Mirror episode.
Yeah.
Man.
You talking about the one with the one guy? Which one?
The one when they were in space.
Okay.
But then it had
Yeah, okay. I'm thinking of another episode, but okay, I see what you're saying.
I mean,
I was thinking because Black Mirror had, like, you remember the one where the guy he got into the accident and he kind of
yeah.
You know, she had to.
Yeah.
They had like a clone body.
Yeah, bro.
She had to put the so
that one too.
I'm thinking about too. Yeah.
That one too. Yeah. So check out that movie.
Check out Black Mirror too.
Check out the entire Black Mirror series. That is an immaculate series. We just gave a group mesh, man. Mm-hmm. Go check out the No Absolutes podcast with Will Hill, man. It's a great conversation over there.
The train on the mesh.
Great conversation over there. This has been another edition of the KNoWKi podcast. Wear your crown, build your legacy, kings. It's your man Spaces.
Say every day.
Hey, this is your boy Maul meeting the giant, man.